The thought police are not coming, they are already here. If you haven't been following what's been going on in Britain, you might know that people are being arrested for posting what the government does not like on social media. If they think that you're inciting racism or violence or have something vile to say about another group, off to the gulags with ye. Now, let's check out what the counter-protesters, after this influx of immigration is creating tensions because of the fact that these two ideologies do not mix. Because of the rapid rate of immigration, there's been very little assimilation between these cultures that are really like oil and water and don't necessarily belong together. And as somebody who's traveled somewhat around the Arab world, I can definitely tell you that there are certain things that are absolutely forbidden, and the penalties are incredibly harsh if you do them. For example, drawing an image of the Prophet Muhammad will earn you a death sentence. And I've been warned about this, as I made a joke about this when I was in Syria in 2010. It's gotten so bad that right now, a man has been jailed for 26 months for gesticulating and shouting at police at an anti-borders protest. Meanwhile, a person who was involved in a machete attack that killed a teenager will be released after just 6 months in prison. That's right. If you are white, I hate to say, and gesticulate at the police in a manner that they find discordant, then they will haul your ass off to jail for 26 months. But if you kill, if you're black or Asian, and you, Asian being Muslim, you kill a white man, well, no big deal. 6 months in jail for you. We'll give you something, because otherwise the public will completely rebel. This is a two-tier justice system. And I say white because you can see what the opposing side is allowed to get away with. Check out these clips. The translation is slaughter and slit the throats of Jews. And then you see my man here openly call for...
We've got children and women using those trains, destroying the summer relatives. They are disgusting, nasty fascists, and we need to cut all their throats and get rid of them all. I just want to say thank you all. I'm going to leave it now. And free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Thank you. God bless you all.
Sorry, your suicidal empathy is destroying the country. By a two-tier policing system, two-tier Kier, the new Prime Minister of Britain, you are absolutely leveling Great Britain. It's not Great Britain anymore, it's just Britain, or Muslim Britain. As J.D. Vance made a joke that the first Muslim country to gain a nuclear bomb might not be just Pakistan, but also Britain. Yeah, because that's where we are headed. And this is what they want to import to the United States. They want to silence the voices of the opposition. They want to silence your ability to speak. Hate speech, according to the Vice President Tim Walz, should be illegal.
I think we need to push back on this. There's no guarantee to free speech on misinformation or hate speech, and especially around our democracy.
The thought police are here. It's completely Orwellian. The Ministry of Truth is tracking you online, and this is why we need to protect the laws here in the United States. We must protect the First and Second Amendment at all costs. And what do you think that Kamala Harris is going to do? Bit by bit, they are going to chip away at your right to own guns. Bit by bit, they are going to find reasons to imprison you for hate speech, for misinformation, where they're able to say that 51 former intelligence officers state that the Hunter Biden laptop has all the earmarks of Russian disinformation, and censor the story on social media, thus changing the election results. Years later, we find out, oh my goodness gracious, we were wrong. Sorry about that. No, they're not sorry at all. They are going to continue to employ the same strategy today. They will lie to you about Donald Trump. They will take every single quote out of context. Is this misinformation? No, of course not, because their side is doing it, because the only thing that they want is power. They are craving for power. And we must not allow them to have it. We must guard our liberties as though our lives depend on it, as though our children's lives do, because it is absolutely the case. We must enable liberty around the world, because it's a complete accident that we've been able in the United States from a young nation to grow away from the totalitarian regimes of a monarch, of the despots who control the oil money in the Middle East, and thus are able to use that power and wield it over their citizens and control them, where we had a wide open area of the United States to go, to explore, to settle, to conquer, however you want to put it. This made for individualism. This made for ruggedness. And this is what has made America so great. This is why so many people are attracted to America. And you want us to go along and not see what Great Britain is offering. What they're doing to the citizens is the same thing that the Democrats have been slowly doing, raising the temperature ever so slowly of the frog boiling in the water. Censorship for the conservative side, for the libertarian side, not for the neoliberal establishment that wants to continue to steal from the honeypot of taxpayer and printed dollars to fund their wars for their own personal power and wealth. Who do you think that the money is flowing to? This is part of the reason, along with the ideological belief that they are superior to the rest of us in all manners. You want to import what's going on in Britain? That's what they're trying to do with the immigration here. Yes, America is a much bigger country and can stand for more people to come in before our values are diluted, making it, and before our freedoms are taken away from us, because they are protected by the Constitution. But don't you believe that they are completely chipping away at this? And this is why we absolutely must elect Donald Trump, because we should be able to take from the warning sign of Great Britain, from that bright neon flashing sign that says 1984 is here. The thought police are here. Protect America. Protect our liberties. Your children's freedoms depend on what you do today. And this is why I speak so vociferously against what is going on, against two-tier Kier, against the two-tier justice system that we have here in the United States, where January 6th grandmas go to jail for a couple of years, whereas lawyers that threw a Molotov cocktail into a police car in New York get 1 year. This is what is at stake, and we must prevent this from spreading. Great Britain is going to burn. Allow the Islamic Caliphate flag to be planted in the middle of London, to be planted in Buckingham Palace. This is the direction that they are headed. But we must take that warning and not allow the same policies to proliferate in the United States. No two-tier Kier here. They're already on the cusp of it. Peace.